Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do an update on my journaling and planner system, as well as my hobonichi haul, and kind of like a review of what I think of hobonichi, pretty much. As you guys probably know, this little, I think it's an A6, this little guy is my first hobonichi book, and it is just a plain notebook. I started off using it for like creative daily journaling with like a little bit of memory keeping. Then I was doing like just random scribbles. And then I ended up, I really enjoy writing on the pages. The hobonichi paper is really enjoyable for me, as I know that's like something that a lot of folks have commented on. So I switched it to be my notebook that I use for morning pages. It's a good size for me to like realistically hit the 3-page mark for morning pages. A part of that practice includes making a gratitude list, which is the practice taught in this book, Make Miracles in 40 Days by Melody Beattie. I believe I've spoken on this before, but it's a 40-day challenge to make a gratitude list every day where you basically express gratitude for things that you normally wouldn't be grateful for, like the things that are bugging you, the situations that you can't seem to find a solution to. I will say that I am past the 40 days. I am continuing the practice. It has been very fulfilling. It has led to a lot of perspective shifts for me. So I highly recommend that book. Now that I have finished my 40 days, I'm going to go read the second half of it where they talk about their experiences with it. Highly, highly, highly recommend. But that is like the gist of it. So my morning pages, I sit down, first I make that list, and then I do my 3 pages, it's not always 3 pages, but my 3 pages of stream of consciousness writing, as taught by Julia Cameron in the Artist's Way. I do address I've been counting the days. I'm on like day 276. And then I put Dear God at the top of it. And that is from another practice called, from a book called Writing Down Your Soul. So I've kind of like combined 3 different practices. I will link to that book below because I don't currently remember the author's name, but it is all about like writing to God or your higher self or your guardian angel or whoever. You can address it however you want, but it's about writing in that way, and then you start getting answers back. It's kind of, it reminded me a little bit of automatic writing, but it's basically having a dialogue. It could be like your subconscious self. It's hard to say exactly what happens there, but it is very illuminating. So that's combined with my morning pages practice as well. And so all of that is in here. It shows here that it lasted me almost 4 months, although I will say I didn't start using it every single day for a little bit. So I am currently waiting for my next hobonichi plain notebook to arrive. Because of shipping costs and the fact that we live in such a small town, I did order it from Amazon. But right now the shipping is delayed. So it's unfortunate, but I will kind of, after I finish my next one, I'll kind of like update you guys on how much time one notebook covered, because I kind of wrestled with whether or not I wanted to get another one because they are a bit more expensive. But it truly, like, I remember every single day writing that I was enjoying writing in that book. So I think that the daily joy that it brought me was totally worth it. Next is my planner update for what I will be using for 2024. This is a Hobonichi Weeks. It's the English edition. I really like the weekly layout of the Traveler's Notebook insert, where it has like the week on one side and a blank page on the other. I liked the grid that was on it. And so when I started researching the hobonichis, because I do really enjoy the paper and I do really like all the ones that I see usually, I did see that it had the weeks is what has the layout that I like. So I decided to go with this, and it is the Tomomi Nishikawa Hanabi set. It came with this fun little pen. I have not tested it out. I am kind of keeping it wrapped up, and then I will start preparing it in December with all the information in it that I need. I did not get a cover for it. Part of the reason why I'm not including this in my traveler's notebook and just keeping with the traveler's notebook insert is due to the fact that I want my planner to stay out of my book bag. I want it, my purse, book bag, whatever I'm carrying at the moment. I want it to stay on my table open so that I can refer to it, so that I can jot things down. I am currently trying to get back into habit tracking that kind of fell off when we had our medical emergency that happened earlier this summer. So I'm trying to do these things, and having a planner that can just live at my table where I sit and do a lot of these like planning and like logistical type things, that is what I wanted. And keeping my traveler's notebook there worked okay, but then I'm not using my traveler's notebook for other things, and I found myself wanting to use it for other things. But if I closed it and I carried it with me, then I wasn't using the planner the way that I wanted. So this is what we ended up with. I really like it. It's cute. I like the fun artwork. It's like a hard soft cover. I don't know. Anyways, I'm excited to try it. I'm excited to see how it works. I think it'll work really great. I don't think I'm going to include my budget planning in it, because I would have to put my budget planning in the back part, like where the blank pages are, because the habit tracking is going to go on the blank page by like the weekly spread. So if you guys have any recommendations or like tips on how you guys do your budget planning, it's like a twice monthly thing that I have, and it's the other thing that I keep on my table at all times, because I try to track our expenses as they're going like in and out, and I would like to find something that works that I also enjoy working in. So if you guys have any suggestions, drop it in the comments, because that is something that I'm not fully aware of at this moment. But it is a new practice for me. I'm currently doing that in my Popwitch planner. But I have found that hopping back in it, like I hop to one of the blank pages for like ritual planning, and then I go back and forth, and then it ends up being stressful, because like I just want the page to be open. It's an ADHD thing. I just want it like there, because then if it's there and it's in front of me, I will remember to refer to it, and I will remember to do it. That's like really all there is to it. Yeah. So this is my black passport size traveler's notebook from the Travelers Company, and it is one that I have worked in off and on. It's mainly one that I use for like jotting things down, little scribble drawings. Yeah, this has a lot of poetry. If you guys have bought any of my poetry zines, that a lot of the poems for those have been written in here. This is a sticker that I got from a Akashic Records reading from the.glitch.witch on Instagram. And it started off as a gratitude journal, and then I switched it to something different, because I read the book that I just told you guys about, and my gratitude practice looked different, and I just wanted the morning pages and gratitude list. If you've read, and now I can't think of the name of it, but it's basically, I was trying to habit stack. I was trying to like, I had already established like 200 plus days of writing morning pages. So I was trying to habit stack the gratitude list from that book into like as a part of my morning pages to lead further to my success. So that's what I was doing. And so it no longer worked to have it in here, but I didn't use that many of the pages. And for a while I tucked this notebook away because I hate using an insert or using a notebook and then switching its purpose. I know that's something a lot of us struggle with. So here you see like this is from May, and then it jumps to my birthday, which was on Sunday. And this is just like notes. I'm gonna start doing a commonplacing in this because I have been I've been watching the video from, if you're on Instagram, it's Getting This Life Together. They started a commonplacing book in their passport size traveler's notebook, and I really like the way that it's set up. I'm actually going to get like a little mini spiral flip book like they have in theirs, and it's made me really excited to work in it. So what I'm doing for this one is right now I am just making like little notes of things, and then I'm gonna start doing in like a new insert. I'm gonna get like the little dot stickers, and I'm gonna start like keeping track of things. And then this is still for poetry. I've got some cards back here from that reading by the Glitch Witch. This is the Tower card, which was the card that was pulled, and an Oracle card. And then a St. Michael or Angel Michael playing card that I got from a mystery box I purchased. And that's just like I guess kind of like a protection to keep this like kind of like a sacred space. I'm trying to get in the habit of carrying this more with me. And like I said, that first book is kind of like mostly scribbles, poetry. I've drawn in it before. I just want this to be more of like a journal that I like to live in because I love the size. I'm really into smaller books right now. And I also I just like it. That's it. I don't know why I'm explaining this. Like, whoever's watching this, you obviously really enjoy notebooks, so I know that you're going to understand where I'm coming from. So let's just leave it at that. This is a basic composition notebook. Stickers are by Sarah Simpson, I believe. That's their Instagram handle. I'll write it below. It has like some scribbling in here. Yeah, just... this has kind of been a little bit of a catch-all. I've done some sacred scripting in here. If you are familiar with AnnMaddox here on YouTube, they have a video about sacred scripting, and so I've been doing some of that in here. I've been, while I wait for my next hobonichi book, I have been writing my daily pages, morning pages in here. I work on my Substack essays in here and scribble, and I've got like a tarot painting that I did in here. It's kind of, yeah, it's just like a bigger version of like a catch-all. And I think if anything, like my Substack essays are kind of like memorialized on my Substack, so I don't feel the need to put them in like a journal that I'm going to save. I will end up saving this, but the scratchy, like scribbly writing that I do, because it kind of comes in really fast. And I usually write that essay as like I get a spark of inspiration, then it all comes through really fast, and then that's it. So I don't need like a fancy notebook for that. I just need like a place to scribble it down. And that's kind of what the composition notebook is for. And then my standard size traveler's notebook. I just wrote a Substack essay about how I took all but one insert out, and now I'm back to 3. So after this, I'll probably switch it up again because that seems to be what happens. This is the daily creative journaling that I have. And I am trying to like get back into it. And then this is like another poetry scribbly one, and now I'm using it for like drawing. I've got some graphite drawings in here. I found it really satisfying. This insert from Baumkuchen, sorry if I did not pronounce that correctly. It is a collaboration insert, and it's still sold out. I don't know if they're gonna make it ever again. So kind of using this, I enjoyed the graphite drawing on that paper, so I'm using it while I have it. And then I am using this insert, just a standard graph one, for collage, my abstract collages. I did make an abstract collage journal that I am using here and there, but this, having one that I can carry with me is enjoyable, and the one I made actually fits in this notebook. But I like having one that I can keep in my office. So yeah, splitting it between two. It's just what I'm doing at the moment. I'm sure it will change. But I wanted to share this with you guys because I'm like less in art making mode, or I'm not making a lot of art in my office right now. I'm like more into like journals and planning right now. I've been very heavily looking at like planners and things of that nature, trying to get certain things in my life under control as far as like clutter and just being more organized in my day-to-day life. So I'm sure there are other people out there who understand that. And so for right now, this is what's working for me. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any topics that you'd like me to discuss further. And I hope that you enjoyed this and that you have a lovely week. Okay, bye.